Hi guys. Yeah, Sunday, cabbie, of course. What else is it gonna be? So where did we get? Oh, we've done the B posts, didn't we? So we got the B post stiffeners in. So that part's ready for the big chunky oversill which goes on. Obviously we can't put that on until we get all the front end sorted, the inner wings on. Just with the toe board taking the time. I may be thinking of moving to the back end. Obviously I've got a bit of cleaning up down there to do. I don't know if I've got any repairs on the bulkhead to do, but obviously time's time. I didn't really want to put the boot floors in because it limits our access to welding the box section and where it meets the heel board. It just makes it easier if the boot floor isn't in when we put the reinforcement section in. But hey ho, if we have to do that because we're running out of things to do, it'll just be a little bit trickier when I come up put the reinforcement section in. Like I say, hey ho. So what we're on with today, bit of a boring job really. I want to remove this bracket here. For what it is, we'll probably replace it. Obviously it's going to have a bit of rust down the back. It's a bit buckled here, which just tells us the rust has been pushing it from behind. Same with this panel here. We're going to remove them via the spot welds, hopefully. We've got ourselves a little spot weld drill. Just pick one of the, just like a flat drill bit really, with a point. I prefer these to the ones that cut around the weld, because then you just have to cut the weld out, and as long as these are a good quality, they normally see you quite a while. So that's what we're going to be doing. So first things first, we'll be getting these drilled out. Obviously now I'm going to clean this area up, get the wire brush on it, get discs on it, get whatever we need, get these hinges off, have a clean up of what we can clean up in here before the inner wing goes on. Obviously I know the scuttle's coming off. I just want to leave that there. It's a bit of a datum, to be fair. Good datum for the inner wing. Obviously we saw spot weld that side, so that'll have to come out, but it's a good datum, so I want to leave that there. But if I can get this side of it cleaned up, I won't need to worry so much about the inner wing when the inner wing's in and this isn't, and I'll be getting it clean the other sides up. So I'll have to whip these off. Like I say, these, get them treated, get them primed, and then they're sat there safe and happy. I've got a few really fine wire brushes to run down to get right into the seams in there, just so I can make sure they're clean. Then we'll spray a bit of primer in, get them all primed out. Right, I think I've got a sneeze coming. Give me those a good rub. And I'll get the drill out, and we'll see if we can get these spot weld drilled out. What I'll do for that, I'll put you on the stand, and we'll probably go into time lapse so that it'll be easier, won't it? Right guys, so I'll drop this down, give it a shuffle, and what have we got in the camera there? Can we actually see what I'm doing? No point having it on a camera if you can't even see what's going on. Right guys, I think I've earned a cuppa between you and me, but before I can go for a cuppa, I've got to put some, let's see if we can get a bit more light up here please. We've got to put some rust treatment on, just a spray over rust treatment. It's just as little bits of surface even there, you know, which you can't get to with a grinder. I don't want it killed off, so I'm going to have to put some rust treatment on, give that a spray. This stuff, it's spray it on 15 minutes, come back, give it another one, let it dry, and then you can prime it. So obviously ain't going to leave the camera on for them 15 minutes, and I'm pretty much tired as to what I can get up with. I think I might just knock that back a bit first. Let's grab that grinder. Oh, I've got the wrong disc in for it, so have a quick disc up. I just want to take that, looks like remains of a spot weld or a bit of weld off. Right guys, so we'll just run this bit off here. Right guys, that's that last little bit off. Let's have a look at this rust treatment. It's just Genolite. Now, if you remember, you usually get the black tubs with a red top on. With stuff, it comes as aerosol, which seems awfully convenient to me, so thought I'll give it a try. So I just want to basically get this area, but I'm going to take a few of these areas in here. I'll run the wire brush over this bit before I put some on there, just to clean this up and take a bit in before we do it. Should have done it a minute ago, but I wasn't really going to go that far over, but it seems daft not to actually, thinking about it. Won't take us a second though, so just bear with me. I'll have some goggles on. Right, 2 seconds guys. Right, give it a whirl there. So we're about prepped up there. We've got all our bits of surface rust. There's just a few gnarly bits here and there we can't get into. I just want to get a bit on this. It'll just stop it getting any worse. Obviously this is oil that's all run down here. Still got to take these hinges off to clean up in there, but I just want to get focused on this bit first so we can get this sorted out, get new pieces in. We've got the stiffener for this bit to go in here. Obviously we've got the inner wing, so it doesn't matter getting this area prepped on 100%, so nothing's going to happen there ever again. Right, we'll get a bit of spray on. There it is, just the usual caper, but don't flood it and all that carry on. I've seen it in the squirty bottles, this stuff. I've never used it in them either, so this is the first time. Mine's flooding a bit of negative up there, I think. Might run a tight screwdriver, just make sure that's raked out, I think. We get a bit down here, so we're doing work down in this area shortly, but it doesn't harm for it to be killing off any rust which may be lurking about. Let's see if we've got something in a way of something a bit thinner to go in there. I don't seem to be getting anything out of it, but you know, I'd rather not getting to the metal than not getting to it. And the wire brushes ran through there and that, so I'll have a quick chase out with this. Right, so I'd say that's that bit treated. Just make sure we've got under here all good. All our top's good. Make sure we've got right in them corners, obviously. We've got a few other bits we're going to do. I'm not going to rush and do them just yet. We've got obviously a few little bits on the inside this box section. We'll get them treated, but I want to run in there with a briar brush and that first. Get them treated, get them primed. Tell you what, mate, I might run in there now with it. I'll just have a quick nose, see what we've got kicking out over here. I think one of my drill attachment wire brushes is gone walkabout somewhere. I don't know if these little fellas will... So we've got these little fellas here, great for getting into small areas. Might be a bit small for this little bit though. Seems to be taking what one off, just a bit of surface. It's not like it's rotten, it's just a bit of surface from being sat around forever. It'd be nice to get all that set, and we know that it's all good then. Got to break over the tops of it just to make sure that the treatment can get in. Give this a wipe out first, I think. Down into them corners there. Actually on the top side as well. I don't know how this camera works coming out for these guys, but excuse me if it's not over clever. Right, just give that a quick wipe and a blow, and then we'll shove a bit of treatment in there as well, and that one's done. Right. Right, so that's in there treated. So, right guys, so we've got that treated. We've got all that area cleaned up. Obviously, we've pulled the parts off what we need. We've got a little bit of clean up still. We've got to take this last bit of inner wing section off here. And I've got obviously the toe board to come out, but I ain't rushing too much there. There's nothing I can do there until I get the toe board really. Obviously getting this area sorted, getting it ready, so once we've got the panels we can just go straight at it. Pretty important, so we're going to do this side first obviously, so I won't be jumping over to that side and doing that side until I've got this side completed. This side was the worst, to be fair. I think what I will do, before I go in for my cuppa, I'm just going to pull this off. But I'll pull that off, I'll nip off in my cuppa and be back to you guys shortly and get another treatment on, get some paint on. Right guys, speak to you in a bit. Alright guys, so I think that's had enough time to dry off now. So I'm just going to shove a bit of Galvi primer over it. And we'll see how it goes. I don't know, there might be a few wet patches still. No, all seems dry, so get some Galvi primer over it. Obviously we're going to still be working in this area for a bit, there's other stuff still to do here. But at least it's not going to be rusting anymore. We've stabilised the situation and it gives us a good solid base. Right, I'll get some primer on. Yeah, we don't have to go mad. A lot of this primer will probably end up coming off, some of it won't. Make sure we get right in them seams in that box section. Do we have a sheared off nut, well, a sheared off bolt to get out of there? Hopefully that'll come out alright, fingers crossed. But at least when we come to do our bits of work here, oh, these cans of Madra just stop just like that, and I think it's not just the caps that are blocking, it's the actual can itself. So I've tipped them over a few times, took the cap off, depressed them, and they start running again. Oh, this can's getting pretty low now. No, I think that one's out of date. See if we've got another can. That'll work. We've got other cans, but whether I want to play the game or not. Right guys, we'll give this one a spin. No, that one doesn't want to play neither. Not over happy with this paint, like. I think I'm going to have to order someone else's because this is absolutely terrible, this. Every time you go to pick a can up, it's not working. I mean, some of them brand new cans, you pick them up and they're doing nothing. Let's put the cap on there, see if we can get some out of it. No. So what I have got, it's just non-Galvi, it's just a normal grey primer. That's fine. I'll see if the cap off this will go on these. That'd be nice if it would. Yeah. Right. Although that's the emptier can, we'll see if we can get it on a fuller can. I don't know, it could be the paint that blocks the caps up really quick. I always tip the can and give them a quick spray upside down, you know, try and clear them. But other than that, there isn't much you can do. As you've seen, I soaked them in Selly thinners. That's more like it. It may just be terrible caps on the paint. Right. Also we had a run down in this air post area. We had a good clear out in there. We've put some rust treatment in as well, so we're going to spray plenty of primer in there, so when that gets boxed up we know it's not going to be rusting. Again, so spraying them upside down is supposed to clear it. Must be the paint. Must be the paint that's blocking the caps up. It was a risk when we got it. Just an eBay one, just like the drill bit. Now, straight away blocked again. Well, we've got enough on for now, but I'd avoid this stuff like the plague. Maybe the paint's good, maybe because it's that thick it blocks the nozzles up so quick. I know it might have super high zinc content and that's what's blocking the nozzles up, but you'd think they'd do something to get around that. This nozzle I took off the normal grey primer that I had, because all these other nozzles weren't working. They just blocked up. And the other grey primer I've used that loads. It's only got a little bit left in it, so you know if it was going to block up at any time, it'd have blocked up then. Put it on this and a few sprays and ta-da! It's already blocked up. So there's a bonus anyway. So we'll have to order some more paint, I think. So that stuff, let's say it might be good and all that. Supposed to be high zinc content, but it's no good if it's just blocking up all the time. Right, I'm going to have to do something and make sure we get some paint on these areas. Yeah, it's getting on pretty dark, isn't it? I look like I've got about 20 chins there. Jesus Christ, coming from the other side. Damn. Yeah, I'll have to see if I can sort something, get a nozzle or something, just so I can get some paint in these other areas. Alright, this bit's nice and safe now, but I want to make sure they're safe before I go in. But might as well call it a video now. Like I say, we're waiting for the tow board. Desperate for the tow board. Hopefully it'll come this week. If not, I'm sort of like stumped for stuff to do. I could go for the inner wings, yeah, but then I've got to put the toe board in, but I won't be able to access with a spot welder, which is a bit of a, it's something I want to do really, is spot weld it in as opposed to MIG it in. So I might, if we've got no word by next weekend, I might move on to the back and get prepared to put the boot floor in. So the reason I didn't want to do that is where the reinforcement section's going, it makes it a bit tricky for getting in and welding. It can be done. Just made it a bit tricky, so I thought the best thing to do is make it as easy as you can, but obviously I'm going to be stuck for stuff to do. I might as well get on with that. Right, I think, oh yeah, I think I'm going to do the same on the other side, because it's not as bad this side, as you can see. It's nowhere near as bad as that side was. But there's a lot of corrosion behind there, and it's right in, and without taking that off and cleaning it up, we're just going to have a rot spot in there basically. So we're going to pull this one off. You can see with this side it was quite ropey behind there, and we'll get another reinforcement section for there, as opposed to just painting the car with a load of rust in one of the more structural areas on it. Right guys, so we'll call it a video there. We'll see you all in the next one. You all have a great week. Take it easy. Bye. Monkey Rascal.